Hi guys, it's Lethe. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here today. We have a pick a card reading for you. Today we're asking Spirit, what are your spiritual and psychic gifts? So just a fun little reading to see sort of what powers you have going on, you know. So we have 3 piles here, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Take a moment, pause the video if you have to, and pick your pile, and I'll see you there at your reading. Okay, bye guys. Hi pile 1, it's Lethe. Welcome to your pile where we're asking Spirit about your psychic and spiritual gifts. I just pulled 1 oracle card. I'm only going to use tarot here besides this oracle card. First card I pulled for you was Candle Magic, number 9, from the Samhain Oracle. I don't know, I think this is good for this question, this deck. So when I see Candle Magic here, I see that you are definitely someone who has the ability to speak your intentions into reality. Manifestation is something that you can do. Perhaps you recite a lot of affirmations, perhaps you mantras, prayer. That is a big power that you have using those skills. Also with Candle Magic, perhaps you practice witchcraft and use candle magic. I'm a big fan of candle magic. I just think it's a really beautiful way to put those things out there. So I think here what Spirit is saying is that a lot of your power comes from within and comes from that devotion that you have into your what you're putting out. And this card is also telling you that your spirit guides are hearing you, that whatever you're manifesting right now, it is coming into fruition. It has been heard. Your prayers are being heard. They're being answered. So I think this is going to be a pile about manifestation. Let's do some shuffling. Yeah, I think your spiritual gifts, you are someone who would do well if you wrote spells. I think you should maybe look into writing your own spells, writing your own affirmations, and perhaps lighting a candle while you say your prayers, or your affirmations or intentions. What are pile number 1's spiritual and psychic gifts? I wonder what you're manifesting, guys. What are pile number 1's spiritual, psychic gifts? Knight of Swords. Temperance. 10 Cups. You see that? You see that? Okay. Knight of Swords here. 5 of Swords. Why is Temperance here? 7 of Wands. Why is the 10 of Cups here? Is there spiritual and psychic gifts? We have 9 of Pentacles and the Chariot. And on the back of the deck, we have the Devil. What's going on here? What are your spiritual and psychic gifts? Okay, I think right off the bat, I think you have the gift of communication, okay? I think you have the ability to disarm arguments, actually. Because I'm just getting like, this is an argument here, but then we have Temperance, the 7 of Wands, which is like, hold up. I don't know why it's giving me like, hold up energy. Like, listen, calm down. I feel like you have a powerful, what you communicate comes into fruition. So be careful of what you say, because if you say things, you can manifest anxiety, which is why you need to really work on your inner voice. And this might mean asking for help, because this card also indicates asking your deities and your guides for help, putting that intention out there. So I think you have the ability to communicate with your spirit guides very strongly, and that they're with you very often, and that they do want to communicate with you. They might communicate with you when you meditate, and you might get like visions or impressions. I'm just feeling like you might get impressions from this. But your psychic gifts, you are also able to direct this will. So you are able to clearly identify with an intention and clearly direct that will. And it has to do with the way you communicate things and the way you think about things. So the intent, the critical thing for you to manifest what you need is you need to rewrite whatever negative recurring thought patterns you have going on, whatever anxiety, whatever negative self-talk you have going on, whatever shitty things you tell yourself, you need to shut that voice up. You need to close it out, because your guides want to give you love, abundance, and they want to put you on this path away from this toxic cycle that is happening. I'm not entirely sure, but they're definitely trying to get you to walk away from something. If you have been asking for them help to get you out of an unequal situation, they have heard you. Let's get a little deeper into your psychic powers. Our pile number 1 psychic powers with the Knight of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You have a lot of... You've gone through a lot. I feel like Spirit wants to talk about that for some reason. What are their spiritual and psychic gifts? Yes, you're able to speak things into existence, and you're able to create fairness. You're able to create equality with your voice, with your intentions. And right now, if you've been in a very unfair situation, Spirit is hearing that, and they are answering your prayers, and they're bringing you an opportunity, like, right? What are power 1 spiritual and psychic gifts? Candle magic here. Like I said, you can make whatever you want happen. You really just got to decide. I think you're overthinking whatever it is you're trying to manifest. And Spirit is like, watch out what you say, because whatever you say, it's going to come to you. Because you're so fucking powerful at it. You're such a powerful manifester. Like, you need to be careful what you're manifesting, and make sure that what you're manifesting is in alignment with what you deserve, instead of fighting for... I feel like you've been abandoned by Spirit, and that you've kind of been left, and that, like, all this chaos has come and left you alone with this Knight of Pentacles, after you feel a period of defeat. And you've been praying about this period of defeat and trying to get out and trying to get stabilized yourself and defend yourself from, you know, your enemies, whoever they are, people who are lying to you, people who are putting you in a position where you can't make the right decision that's right for yourself. They want you to choose them, is what I'm getting for some. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So there could be a King of Pentacles who wants you to choose them, but at the expense of choosing yourself, at the expense of choosing your own happiness. And they're doing it by manipulating you with mind games. But you know this, and you've asked for some clarity around this. And I think Spirit is telling you they want to give you clarity around this, but you really have to defend yourself. What is spiritual and psychic gifts? Pile number 1. We have every knight here. We're at this point. And then the Queen of Pentacles. You're able to take action and move forward and be resilient even when everything else is against you. And that is a spiritual power of yours. This is a skill. People don't like to see it. Yeah, people don't like to see it. Can I get one more card from this Oracle deck for pile 1? What's pile 1 spiritual and psychic gifts? Frog, rebirth. Yeah. Right now you're going through a rebirth. Follow your intuition. Ask the right questions. There's a lot of people around you who might want things from you. Your power is that you can ask for help. Ask your guides for help. Speak your intentions. Say the nice things. Say nice things to yourself. Say nice things to you. You are the queen. You are the queen. Whoever these fucking knights are around, giving you some bullshit and trying to take your power so that they can have power over you, which is what I'm getting here with this Five of Swords. Don't let them. Because you're a magical person. I think you should work with some candle magic, fire magic, maybe look into the elements. Definitely. I feel like temperance is that's alchemy. That's like bringing elements together, you know, blending them, the world. I think you're a profound alchemist, and you can, if you focus on meditating, you have a lot of power to manifest things, to retrain those pathways in your mind, to push you on the right path forward to your own abundance and happiness. Don't let other people wish they had power over you or want to have power over you. They're confused by yours. Oh, the Magician. I thought I lost the Magician in this deck, but I didn't. She's returned. Wow, that's so exciting. You guys, pile number one. What are your psychic abilities? I think you're a listener. I think you can listen. I think if you listen, and I think listening, meditating, prayer, intentional prayer, mantras, all those things are going to be really, really helpful in getting you in alignment with your spiritual power. I think you're someone who can really change how people think, or how you think, and you can teach other people how to do that. But this involves you untangling yourself from the opinions of others and focusing on yourself and asking for that help. And it will be a slow, steady change over time. You have the ability to go within and listen, and to bring that out into the world and to manifest that. That's what I have for you, pile number one. I love you guys. Bye. Hi, pile two. It's Lethe. Welcome to your reading. Today we're asking Spirit what your spiritual and psychic gifts are. So your first card, your oracle card here, is number 19, Greet the Darkness. It says, here where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathes the hidden, the pieces that make you whole, but cut deep with all of their sharp edges. What I'm getting here, pile two, is that you have a very powerful ability to do shadow work. So part of your psychic gifts is the ability to unearth parts of yourself. And I think this also is telling you that you have psychic gifts that you have yet to uncover, and are wanting to be discovered here. You may have some idea of what they are. This is on the bottom of the deck with Wolf 44, and behind that we have voices, which I think is interesting. So perhaps you could be clairaudient, and this is something that maybe you're starting to explore. Maybe within meditation, people speak to you. Perhaps you encounter beings or people who come to you, deities, whatever, even animals that come and give you messages. But I really do think that this is telling you that you have some psychic gifts, maybe 3 of them, that are within you that are trying to come forward. And Spirit wants to draw you to the attention and have you look at yourself deeply. These might be gifts that you thought were weird or you were afraid of in the past. But they are there for you. And Spirit wants you to dive a little deeper into those corners and look at those weird parts of yourself, to unearth them and bring them to the surface. This involves a fair amount of trauma work, honestly, to unlock these gifts is what I'm getting. So be gentle with yourself and with this process, because within you there is gems, there is gold. People have made you maybe not believe in yourself, or have doubted you in the past. Maybe when you were younger, you tried to express yourself in these unique ways, and people kind of shamed you or guilted you for that. And now you're unearthing a lot of those things, and maybe you have acted in ways that were not in alignment with what you actually wanted or needed or felt, or your truth. And that has like further hidden these parts of yourself that wants you to come out, and it's further blocked your intuition. But your intuition is here to tell you that you do have powers, and it does want you to look for them, and they're trying to speak to you. Let's get into your reading with tarot. If that resonates with you, maybe this is your pile. Pile number 2. What are pile number 2's psychic abilities? Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. You're very magical. You have a lot at your disposal to make changes. Pile number 2's psychic abilities and powers. Special powers. Eight of Wands, Judgment, Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. Back of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. So, like I said, with this Nine of Swords, there is some anxiety around these gifts, and I think they are just coming to light for you with this Judgment card and the Ace of Pentacles. Like, this is a new beginning for you, these psychic and spiritual gifts. They're meant to bring you abundance. Like, it is the key to your abundance, is unlocking your intuition and being aware of the fullness of yourself. This is a hard process because I think you've been insecure in the past and you felt misunderstood. Also, you might be witches here with some craft here, because I get craft from Queen of Wands and from Seven of Cups. So there's a lot of latent spiritual gifts within you, but I think you don't trust them. I think you don't know how to listen to it. I think maybe you actively act against it in a form of self-sabotage. With the Seven of Swords here and the Eight of Wands, you might act without thinking. You might misinterpret the messages you're getting if you're a reader, or if you're trying to connect with any guides or spirit guides on the other side, or with your own intuition. You might get thrown off. Because there's a lot of opinions around you, maybe from other people, that's confusing you about the kind of person you are and what you actually need or want in this life. And it's making you doubt yourself. I think you're exhausted and you're having trouble sleeping. I think a lot of information might be coming to you in your dreams and making you rest fit. You might have like fitful sleep or something right now, because of this anxiety around all of these new abilities kind of coming up inside you. Let's get a little deeper here. Yes, you're blocking off your intuition. You've been blocked off of your intuition for a long time, possibly because of heartbreak in your life. Betrayals have made you not believe in yourself. You haven't been able to look closely at your intuition or discern what it's trying to tell you, and you overthink. Your brain, it's constantly thinking over and over and over again, and it kind of gets trapped in this addictive loop of insecurity where you don't know how to go after what you want, or if you even want what you want, or if you deserve it. But you have a strong intuition, like it's for sure here. I get that from the Two of Swords as well. It's sort of like following, it can also be about following your inner voice as much as it's about not seeing through a fog. You know what I mean? But I think past trauma and pain, especially in relationship, or has prevented you from believing in these abilities. I think you have a very strong intuition and an ability, a sense of self-awareness, which at the end of the day brings you to in alignment with your intuition. So what is pile number 2's gifts? We have Two of Cups and the Hermit. So what I'm getting here is that you have the ability to dive deep within yourself. Again, with this Hermit card, your intuition is really trying to talk to you in meditation. It really wants you to like listen and consider these messages, and it wants you to balance out your energy. I think your spiritual and psychic gifts, you have a lot of emotions. You're probably an empath. You can connect with other people very well. This is probably why you have confusions around yourself or around your own intuition, because a lot of the times you're picking up on other people's around you's emotions and their pains and their traumas in addition to your own. And you can identify this in other people very well, as much as you can yourself. You just kind of intuitively feel these things. You just might get like a feeling. But Spirit is telling you that you need to focus on your own, like going within, because you have the answers within you. It's not outside of yourself. Water pile number 2, spiritual and psychic gifts. The Hierophant. Ace of Swords. You really do have the ability to get higher level messages from within yourself, but you need to trust yourself, and you need to be able to discern what is fear, what is anxiety, what is a limiting belief, and what is actually in alignment with a higher purpose, a higher truth. This could be about, you might need to do some therapy or something to maybe get some clarity around what your body feels and things like that. Talking to some sort of advisor to realign your mind so you can be stable in your body. Why are these kings around? What are the spiritual and psychic gifts? 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups. I think your intuition or your spiritual power right now, I think Spirit's telling you that you have the ability to walk away from things that don't serve you and create your own happiness. But this requires you to go within and end some kind of cycle in your mind that's preventing you from manifesting your highest and greatest good. And it's like, also, is someone trying to manifest you? Someone who walked away from you in the past is thinking about you and wants to reach out. Sign message. You have the ability to bring a light to the darkness, to lead people to fulfillment. But this starts within yourself. This starts within rewiring your own brain so that your intuition has the ability to come out and bring and illuminate things, illuminate this darkness with the sun. You have the ability to illuminate the darkness by going within, and it's like going deeper to come back out the other side, into the forest, to come back out the other side into the sunlight, you know? Or pile number 2. Pile number 2's spiritual and psychic gifts. What are they meant to illuminate? The ways in which people are defending parts of themselves that no longer serve them and are keeping them in a state of confusion and lowering their self-worth. You do this with your mind. For pile number 2, spiritual and psychic gifts. Queen of Pentacles. You have the ability to ground ground yourself into existence and to be a stable, secure person for other people. You're able to bring a nurturing, healing energy to people. That is also part of your spiritual gifts, because you have the Queen of Wands here and the Queen of Pentacles. We've also seen all of the queens have made themselves show up. They've all shown up here. So you're a very powerful person. You are a healer, and you do so by going within. And then there are parts of yourself that want to come out that are meant to heal other people around you, I'm guessing. And you need to do that because your intuition has been trying to talk to you about a situation where you feel you maybe have felt insecure, disempowered, and confused, possibly in a love situation, definitely in a love situation, actually. You might be waiting on somebody, but it's about having patience and understanding your needs and your values and the needs and values of this other person who might be a counterpart energy with the King of Wands here and the King of Swords and Temperance. This person is trying to do the same thing as you. They're trying to go within. But But I think you're leading by example. You can't count on this person to do it for you, of course. You never can. Any other final messages for pile number 2 about their spiritual and psychic gifts? Reach out to your community. Reach out to your community because you are a creator. You are a manifester. There are people around you who can help you see yourself in the best light. And this will help connect you with your intuition more because you'll be communicating with people who understand you and understand where you've come from, and they love you. And if you're able to, greeting the darkness, going within is going to help you bring out your true authentic self, and it's going to connect you with the right people. It's going to happen pretty quickly. There are people around you who want to connect with you more. But there is a counterpart around you who's thinking about you, by the way, maybe in a group of friends. You're both transforming. You might not be really together right now, but there's magic happening between you, and there is a sense of manifestation happening. Perhaps on this journey of self-discovery, you will be able to rediscover this person, but it's up to you if you want to. Pile number 2, I think that's what I have for you. You're a really intuitive person. You have a strong intuition that you've blocked off because of past pain and trauma, particularly around love, relationships, understanding, belonging, heartbreak, and you have sabotaged yourselves as a result, and you don't listen to your own intuition. And Spirit is telling you that if you do some meditating, if you go within, you're going to find something rich within you, and it's going to give you a new opportunity to step. It's going to give you many opportunities, actually, to step into your power, to be the Queen of Wands, to be that spiritual person. You're getting a lot of messages from your guides around this right now, but you're not listening to them, and instead you're kind of like going in circles. So take some time out, listen, really listen and discern what messages are for you, what are not. You have this power. Take some time to look at yourself, do some shadow work, journaling, etc. I think that's what I have for you, pile number 2. I love you guys. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. It's Lethe. Today we're asking Spirit, your ancestors, all of that, what your spiritual and psychic gifts are. So your first oracle card is number 44, Wolf, and it says here, devour the ferocious calling within the howling of your spirit. Run wildly into the freedom of your knowing. So right off the bat, pile number 3, you might be a life path number 8 or 4. I don't think I called that out on the other piles, but that's okay. So you might be a number 8 or a life path number 8 or 4. Or right now you're dealing with issues of the 4th house and the 8th house. So that would be issues of security, stability, home, your past. And the 8th house would be like trauma, enemies, other people's money, things that are taboo things. And that kind of ties into what I'm about to say, which is that when I looked at this card right away, I got that you have a strong animal instinct. So your intuition comes through as kind of an animal instinctive experience. You might feel it in your root chakra or any of those lower chakras like the sacral and the solar plexus or something. I think I'm just seeing like strong red energy for some reason, a very natural intuition. You might connect with animals strongly, maybe dogs. On the bottom of the deck here, we have ancestors, which also leads you to believe like this is a gift from your ancestors, and that they're also here protecting you on this individual journey that you're on this kind of lone wolf journey that you're just following. And you might not know if you're on the right path, but it feels very instinctual. And just know that you are being guided, that your ancestors are here with you and they're guiding, and you might actually want to light some candles for them because they're here with healing energy, which is something that your intuition is also here to do. So your instinct is very automatic, visceral, felt in the body, very connected to nature. What else am I getting here from Spirit? I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee. You might be a tarot reader as well. You might have the ability to read the cards or channel past lives specifically, actually, with ancestors here. Or there are messages for you from your ancestors and you should get a past life reading. Yeah, you should do that. It's fun. You should get a past life reading. I think your ancestors would like to communicate with you and some past selves are coming through. And that's important to the journey you're on right now. So trust your instincts. Spirit is asking you to trust your instincts as well, because you do know what to do. And so tame that inner beast within you, tame that inner fire, tame that animal instinct to work for you. And your ancestors might have some messages for you about that. So pile number 3, what are pile number 3's spiritual and psychic gifts? We have the Queen of Cups. Oh, this text. By the way, guys, I just don't read with reversals. I learned with reversals. I just don't read with reversals anymore because I like to look at the pictures upright. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. So just explaining my intuition. I follow what my intuition tells me. With the cards when they're upright, like how they interact with each other. I still can pull out like I know the reversal meanings and I consider all of them. So Spirit, what are pile number 3's spiritual and psychic gifts, since I just rudely went on a tangent? 4 of Wands. Chariot, which was on the bottom earlier. We have 6 of Pentacles. What are pile number 3's spiritual and psychic gifts? 7 of Cups. You guys are very strong spiritual people here watching this video. What's happening with the 4 of Wands? Justice. Chariot. What are pile number 3's spiritual and psychic gifts? 7 of Swords. Interesting. We have 2 7s here. Maybe you're also a life path 7, but we also have 4 again. So life path 4, life path 7. And then we have 17, which is an 8. So again, 8 here. 4. What are pile number 3? Pile number 3. What are your spiritual and psychic gifts? You're incredibly psychic and intuitive. But it's not something that I think that comes through your mind. Again, with the 7 of Cups, I think it's kind of like ethereal to you. Like you might not exactly know that you're using your intuition when you're using it, because of its animalistic nature. But it is driven from your heart space. It's an animalistic nature that is like driven by your heart space. And I think Spirit is also telling you to connect more with that heart space, because that is going to be how you can really, really, really utilize this animal instinct to its fullest extent. I also think that this 7 of Cups means that there's a lot of messages maybe coming through for you from your ancestors that you're having trouble understanding, and you're trying really hard to understand them. And maybe through the tarot, you've been doing this as a form of self-discovery and processing grief from the past. I'm seeing here with the 4 of Wands that your spiritual and psychic gifts are also very much about community and fairness. I think you have the ability to know what is fair, and I think you react strongly to themes of injustice because you want things to be stable. You don't want this confusion. You want people to know exactly where they're at. That you want the celebration. You want this community. You want this community to be fair. So I think another bit of your spiritual power is you're very strategic. You have the ability to be really strategic with this wolf energy, with this natural intuition, because again, you're guided by Spirit. You're guided by your ancestors. I think that's also what this 4 of Wands is talking about. You are guided by your ancestors. This is tied up into past life karma that your ancestors are working with you on, because I think you are meant to kind of perhaps heal some sort of cycle that has burdened your family for generations, and like you are the one who is meant to end this and move forward and have success in this endeavor, and maybe have a child. Maybe have a child and things will be different with this child, but it requires a release. Magician. You have the ability to manifest things for yourself with this spiritual gift, with this animal instinct. You instinctively, I think, know what's good for you, but it's a matter of following that. For pile number 3, spiritual and psychic gifts. 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. I think Spirit is saying that you have the ability to make the best out of bad situations, because when you are grieving, you are also building yourself up. It is a process, and I think you're aware of that. I think you know this. Also, look at this. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 sevens, another 8. No, we have 4 sevens, remember? Yeah, because the Chariot is 7. So we have 4 sevens. You might be a life past 7. I think right now Spirit is encouraging you to explore this grief that you have, because it's going to lead you to an action that you want to take, the fair action that you're looking to take, but it requires this grieving process and letting this kind of overtake you, and like really looking back at the past and what you did that worked and what didn't. Because if you look back at the past, it's probably that you weren't following your intuition, you know. What are pile number 3, spiritual and psychic gifts? With the Chariot. No, with the 7 of Swords. Yeah, I want to get the 7 of Swords. These are spiritual and psychic gifts with 7 of Swords. We have the 4 of Pentacles. You keep things close to the chest. Pile number 3. You make moves in silence, and then when you take action, it can be quite direct and sudden. I think you don't let a lot of people in on your plans. I feel like some happiness wants to come to you in abundance right now, also, side note. I think Spirit says, is also kind of giving you a message of getting stable here. Being fair to yourself, right? Yeah. Working on your self-esteem, working on work. I think it wants you to focus on work. Your spiritual gifts can really make you a leader in work because you're instinctual, and you can see through people who are not fair and are competitive. For pile number 3's gifts. Magician. Yeah. You're a leader. You're able to you know who's manipulative. You can see through them. Wow. 4, 4, 4. What's this about? 3 of Cups. You bring a higher cup to a community and people don't want to take it, and it can be kind of shocking to people, but you are a fair person and you come into people's lives to be fair, and this is a natural ability that you have to lead people towards fairness. But I think you might be not totally listening to that within yourself. Spirit wants to bring you a new beginning. I also think this is talking about your instinct. For pile number 3, spiritual and psychic gifts. Knight of Cups. You get messages. You do get messages from your ancestors and about past lives. You do. And past life messages want to come through right now because you're meant to heal some kind of cycle that has been very difficult to you and has exhausted you. And you can do that by controlling your animal instincts and kind of bringing that into the spiritual, connecting with the spiritual. This could have to do with another person around you, or there was something unfair between you and other people, and you're trying to rectify this right now and bring stability to this situation from the past, and you're reflecting a lot, and you don't want to act impulsively. You want to move away from this animal instinct a little bit, but the spirit is saying that it's actually your creative power, and it can help you achieve fulfillment, but you have to work on keeping it in balance. Balancing out your masculine and feminine energies is important, and also maybe deconstructing how you view masculine and feminine energies and kind of bringing that to a more spiritual place. I also think there's a new beginning that you're thinking about between you and another person that is kind of on the back burner right now, but it's still on your mind. And if you're curious, you're also still on this person's mind. Pile number 3, spiritual and psychic gifts. Anything else, Spirit? Surrender to yourself and to your own intuition. Get in your body and get out of your head. And then feel how your body feels. Feel how emotions make you feel. If you're angry, what does that mean? What is that anger telling you? If that fear is there, what is that fear actually telling you? Because that's where answers lie. That's where your intuitions lie. It's a very earthy kind of, an earthy, watery kind of thing. And it does drive you forward. And it is very powerful. Anything else, Spirit? If you're waiting on this new love, you need to be patient, and you need to focus on yourself. If you any instincts or intuitive hits you're having about this, do trust it. I feel like Spirit wants to talk to you about that for some reason. Do trust it. Yeah. Don't get lost in it. Get in your body and think about it. How do people make you feel? Who's right for you? What parts of yourself do you need to be aware of? What warnings are coming towards you? Who can you trust? Who can you not trust? Only you can know. Yeah, you're waiting on communication, but it doesn't want you to. It wants you to focus on yourself. Pile number 3, those are your spiritual and psychic gifts. I hope you enjoyed this. I love you guys. Bye.